Hello guys, I'm Shane, and for today's video we will talk about the Fibonacci sequence and golden ratio. We will talk about their meanings, importance, examples, and elaborations. What is the meaning of Fibonacci sequence? Fibonacci sequence is a set of numbers that starts with a 1 or a 0 followed by a 1 and proceeds based on the rule of each number is equal to the sum that preceding two numbers, and it's called Fibonacci numbers. Ano nga ba yung mga Fibonacci numbers, guys? Nagsisimula ito sa 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 31, 34, 55, 89, and so on, guys. Paano ba nakuha yung 89? Just add 34 and 35 and makukuha mo na yung 89. Kung gusto nyo pang malaman kung ano yung susunod ng number na yon, is ipag-add mo lang yung 55 and yung 89 and makukuha mo na yung 144, guys. Ganyan lang siya kadali, and tatandaan lang natin na ipag-add muna yung dalawang numbers bago yung kasunod, ha? Sino nga ba yung nag-imbento ng Fibonacci sequence, guys? Alam nyo ba kung sino? Ngayon, sasabihin ko na sa inyo, ha? Siya si Leonardo Bonacci. He was an Italian mathematician and ipinanganak siya noong 1170. And why Fibonacci sequence is important? Fibonacci sequence or Fibonacci is remembered for two important contributions to Western mathematics. He helped spread the use of Hindu system of writing numbers in Europe, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in place of Roman numerals. And guys, if gusto nyo pang malaman kung ano-ano yung mga ibang examples ng Fibonacci and golden ratio na sasabihin ng mga kasama ko, just keep on watching!
Hi guys, I'm Rivera. So the first example of Fibonacci sequence is leaves. The Fibonacci sequence in plants is quite abundant, and leaves are one of the best examples. When growing off the branch, Fibonacci can be viewed in their stems as well as their veins. The more they grow outward, the higher the Fibonacci sequence is visible. The number of leaves or seeds in these spirals are consecutive Fibonacci numbers. Leaves are also spirally distributed around the stems of less exotic plants. Here they tend to be separated by an angle of 137.5 degrees. This is the radial equivalent of the golden ratio. The ultimate proportional increase between successive Fibonacci numbers. Many hypotheses ranging from the prosaic to the mystical have been proposed to explain why leaves should stick out at this angle. Some invoke physical properties of the stem, whereas others propose that growing leaves emit an inhibitory field to prevent new leaves from arising in their vicinity, but none has had direct supporting evidence. And the second example is trees in Fibonacci. Although we all usually see trees everywhere in our day-to-day, how often do we really look at them for patterns? In trees, the Fibonacci begins in the growth of the trunk and then spirals outward as the tree gets larger and taller. There's Fibonacci numbers everywhere in tree, in the number of rows you do at each stage, in the size of each branch, and the number of branches at each horizontal cross-section. The ratio of successive Fibonacci number gives an approximation to the golden ratio, and indeed the finished tree has a pleasing dimension and appearance to it.
The Fibonacci sequence appears in unexpected places, such as in the growth of plants, especially in the number of petals on flowers. For example, although there are thousands of kinds of flowers, there are relatively few consistent sets of numbers of petals on flowers. Some flowers have 3 petals, others have 5 petals, still others have 8 petals, and others have 13, 21, 34, 55, or 89 petals. There are exemptions and variations in these patterns, but they are comparatively few. All of these numbers observed in the flower petals 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, and 89 appear in the Fibonacci series. As you may have guessed by the curve in the example picture, shells follow the progressive proportional increase of the Fibonacci sequence. Shells are probably the most famous example of the sequence because the lines are very clean and clear to see. We can see Fibonacci sequence in a shell because each number is the sum of the two previous numbers, an approximation of a logarithmic spiral, created by drawing circular arcs connecting the opposite corners of squares in the Fibonacci tailing. This one uses squares of sizes 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, and 34.
Hi, this is Nica Masangkay from Group 3 Section B121. For today's video, we will talk about the golden ratio. So golden ratio, it describes the predictable patterns or everything from atoms to the huge stars in the sky. So just so you know, the ratio is derived from something called Fibonacci sequence, and it was named after the Italian founder, which is Leonardo Fibonacci. And golden ratio is mathematical ratio. It is commonly found in nature, and when used in a design, it fosters organic and natural-looking composition that are aesthetic, pleasing to the eye. So the importance of golden ratio. The composition is important for any image, whether it is convey important information or to create an aesthetically pleasing photograph. The golden ratio can help create a composition that will draw the eyes to the important elements of the photo.
Hello guys, in this video, I will show you some examples and elaborations of the golden ratio and the golden spiral. The golden ratio is also known and also can be called as the defined proportion, and its value is approximately known as 1.816. The golden ratio can be seen in so many things in our life, in our environment, in art, in geometry, and so many things. The golden ratio can also be seen in some physical things in our home, like our doors, and gadgets like laptops and TV screens. In this elaboration, I will use my laptop as an example. This side is equals to 1, and this side is equals to 1.6. It is not totally equal, but it provides balance. As of what you may have seen, the proportion of it and the ratio of the golden ratio is 1:1.6 balance. Even though the golden ratio is not totally equal, it can still provide us balance. That's why we humans use it for architectures and so many things that we produce. The golden spiral can also be seen in human face. Like, this is the frame of my face. This frame is called the golden rectangle, and inside this golden rectangle is the golden spiral, which starts its point from here and it slopes around here. The golden spiral can also be seen on animals' body shapes, like these birds' body shapes are body frames.
Sorry guys if hindi na ako nakapag-outro na maayos. I hope may natutunan kayo.